Hey, what's up guys, Zmaniac Gamerz here. I'm gonna make a video today about what I would like to see in Battlefront 2 at EA Play or E3, which is coming up next week, which by the way, you'll get some coverage on Zmaniac Gamerz. And I may be biased, but I like the Clone Wars a lot. I think they did an okay job. I like it a lot better than the previous game, that's just me. But here's what I'd like to see added. I'm not gonna hold you up. So one, ARC Troopers. That would be so much cooler if you had an option in addition to the Wookiees, which is fine because that was in the original game, but to have ARC Troopers as the heavy units or something like that. Either maybe something like this concept or these. These are just some of the pictures I found online. And this looks so cool. They could just put this into Battlefront. That would be amazing. I do like the Wookiees, but I felt like they kind of went a little bit cheap considering the Wookiees literally the same for the Rebels, the Resistance, and the Clone Wars. Like, I feel like they could have done a little bit better. So, that's why I'd like to see some ARC Troopers as well. Maybe in addition. Alright, maybe just have like the different red skins or something, and yellow skins depending. Now, an ARC Trooper that everybody really likes is Captain Rex. He would be an awesome hero unit we could add to the game. Maybe have him as like this version for most of it. Most people have him in. There are many pictures of him with Phase 1 and Phase 2 armor in game. He had Phase 1 armor at first, and then they switched him from Phase 1 to Phase 2 about halfway through the season in Star Wars. They should add those two skins, and maybe even an old Captain Rex skin for like the Rebels look, you know? That would be just something cool, you know? I feel like that would be awesome. Now, I can understand that they might not have him in because they're trying to keep it all movies, even though this is canon. So why not add Commander Cody in? He was in the movies and the Clone Wars series multiple times, and he would look awesome. Once again, offer him with Phase 2 armor and original Phase 1 armor. That's just something they should have. And that points us to our next guy, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who wouldn't want to see young Obi-Wan or Anakin Skywalker? Anakin Skywalker is probably one of the most requested characters in this game. I think Anakin and Obi-Wan would be awesome if you would be able to do that. They should totally add that in. Anakin could have a bunch of abilities, could have maybe a different suit, maybe Episode 2 versions, Episode 3 version is most likely the one most people want to see, and have him have some rage powers in that game. That would be really cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm not sure what they would do with him to be honest, but he would have some cool abilities, like he could sneak up on people and say, hello there. That should be totally one of his emotes, hello there. And maybe even have an old Ben Kenobi version of him, like an older version, and even and the young one, just an idea. Mace Windu. He was one of the most powerful Jedi, yet we don't see him in any of the new games. And he was in the original Battlefront too. So I feel like he could have like a ground slam power and just some awesome stuff, you know. It would be really cool to see him fight alongside Yoda, you know? Next, Droidekas. We'd love to see Droidekas back. They were in Battlefront 2, the original 2005 game, and they've just something interesting to have as well. Because the super battle droids are great, but who doesn't love Droidekas as well, to roll around and then put up a shield? Now, another villain we'd like to see, General Grievous. Am I right? I mean, with the 4 lightsabers, that would be so cool. They had that in Battlefront, the original, once again, the original Battlefront 2. They had General Grievous menacing in with the 4 lightsabers. And probably they should have a cape version and a non-cape version, but definitely have the cape. But I didn't feel like the 4 lightsabers did justice, and I feel like it would be really cool to see how he'd fight with 4 in this game. Maybe have an option, I don't know, to open up from 2 arms to 4. That's just something crazy. But like have 2 arms and then open to 4 when he pushes a button. Or maybe just have 4 from the beginning. Maybe just that. Another one we'd like to see is Count Dooku. He was in 2 movies, and he was also in original games, so I feel like he should totally be in this game, because he would be great to fight with Obi-Wan and Anakin and from the Clone Wars era, because there aren't that many heroes we've had in there. And the Force Lightning should totally be one of his powers. He should have a lightsaber and Force Lightning, because the Emperor, all he has is lightning, I think, in this game, but Count Dooku would be able to have both, which would be a unique thing. Next, Republic Commando. This is a bit of a stretch, but I would love to see a heavy unit of Republic Commandos in this game. You know, once again, instead of the Wookiee, have something like the Death Trooper, just make it a Republic Commando for the clones. And he has like a bunch of awesome weapons. Also, just throwing it out there, it would be awesome if EA made like a first-person and third-person shooter where you could play as Republic Commandos and base it off of something like Battlefield, just with clones or Call of Duty or Halo, you know, something like that. But make it completely different than any of the Battlefront games. Like, make it just like a shooter, like I feel like that would be awesome. Just throwing that out there. Another character, which I don't think we'll really see, but if any of you remember, there was the original clone commander from Battlefront 2. He was kind of cool. Once again, would be nice to see that unit in the game, or something like this, a skin like that. Well, what is that? That's just something weird. I don't even know what that is. Another character I think a lot of you would like to see from the Clone Wars is Ahsoka Tano. Now, I think you should definitely offer, making this video almost like I'm talking to EA, that they should definitely have Ahsoka from Rebels and Clone Wars. So she should have the green lightsabers, definitely the 2 lightsaber version and not the 1 lightsaber. Although that could be a look for her, but I'd rather have the 2 lightsaber Ahsoka from Rebels and the Clone Wars and have different skins, you know, for her. So that's it for what I'd like to see character-wise in Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, there's a bunch of maps they could add, I'm sure. It would be awesome to see Conquest, you know, and a bunch of things like multiplayer vehicles, etc. You know, but right now, just for characters, let me know what you think and like if you agree. Let me know in the comments if there's something I left out or something else you'd like to see. I really hope we get to see something cool and some awesome Clone Wars DLC. Later, Zmaniac Gamerz, and we'll have gameplay later this week.
Let the bass kick.